Greenland now?
Yeah, we're up on Greenland.
How did we come up to Greenland?
So, do you expect to take an action against Greenland?
Well, I don't want to talk about Greenland. Let's talk about Venezuela,
Cuba.
Russia, Ukraine. We'll worry about Greenland in about 2 months. Let's talk about Greenland in 20 days.
Venezuela, we talk so much about energy.
By the way, I will say this about Greenland. We need Greenland from a national security situation. It's so strategic. Right now, Greenland is covered with Russian and Chinese ships all over the place. We need Greenland from the standpoint of national security. And Denmark is not going to be able to do it, I can tell you. You know what Denmark did recently to boost up security in Greenland? They added one more dog sled. It's true. They thought that was a great move.
What would the justification be for a claim to Greenland?
Oh, I don't want to talk about Greenland now. I just say this. We need Greenland from the standpoint of national security. And the European Union needs us to have it, and they know that.
Are you worried about the operation in Venezuela will affect your relationship with Xi Jinping in China?
No, I don't think so. I have a very good relationship. We have the power of tariffs, and he has other powers on us.
Are you still planning to travel to see him in April?
Yeah, I'll be going in April.
I think there's some confusion from the American community in the world when it comes to what you said about Rodriguez earlier today in a phone interview. You said that she would face the same fate, if not worse.
Worse.
But it sounds like you're talking to her on the phone and wanting to work
Not
with
me,
her.
my people.
And you are considering her power. Can you just clarify where you stand on Delcy Rodriguez?
I don't have to tell you. I just say that she will face a situation probably worse than Maduro, because Maduro gave up immediately.
So she could also
He raised his hand, he gave up, and he did the right thing, but he gave up. So we were so effective, and it was so fast and violent. It was very violent, but we were so effective. He raised his hands and gave up.
What was the most violent moment?
I don't want to tell you. There are some bad moments, but there were some very violent moments. I don't want to tell you. Yes. I have a total briefing on every aspect of it, but I don't think it's appropriate to talk to the press about it. You'll find out.
All right, Shalom. I'd like to start off by saying, Call Halayim La Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai, by Shem Harikakudash Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, double honors to our elder apostle as well, Herwan Bar Yashar, down here in the Lions Den camp. Salutations to the Arkham that are pushing the truth, sincerity, and truth. And peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, I'm Khanak Bar Yashar from the Lions Den Yashar camp. And this is another Lions Den news and prophecy. So you know how we do. Here we go. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. It says, Speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written on paper, because they are faithful and true. All right. Man, Nero 47 won't stop. All right, so apparently, since the invasion, really, and Venezuela with the abduction of Nicolas Maduro and his wife, it appears that Trump has said he won't smoke with everybody. All right, so the title of this article says Trump threatens to come for Cuba, Colombia, Greenland, Iran, and Mexico next after saying nobody can stop us. See that? Boy, that's Esau right there. That's Esau. Boy, Trump came out of Rebecca womb. He's acting like a true Edomite. I mean, oh man, well, let me see some ads. Hold on. Okay, yeah, I already got that written down. But anyway, you know, he ain't, man, with these it's just like Rome all over again, man, with these tyrannical, like draconian uh acts and that Nero 47 is doing. You see that? He said, y'all next. And then, so I guess Nicolas Maduro had what you call his first appearance in court this morning. And he like, man, I'm innocent. I'm still the president of Venezuela. Y'all got me locked up here. This is crazy, you know? All right, so let's read this article a little bit and then go into some scriptures. It says, quote, there's nobody that has the capability that we do, the president said after U.S. troops captured Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. So nobody, listen, you see that, man? It says President Donald Trump suggested the United States will exert its influence on additional countries days after his administration captured Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and his wife and launched a military operation in the country. It says Trump 79 told reporters aboard Air Force One on Sunday, January 4th, that the United States could become similarly involved in Colombia, Cuba, Greenland, as well as Iran and Mexico. He also suggested that the United States could strike Venezuela once again after targeting the country on Saturday, January 3rd. This boy, hey, he going balls to the wall, ain't he? He says, we were ready for a second wave. We were all set to go, but we don't think we're going to need it. He said, of the military's plan for Venezuela, later adding, if they don't behave, we will do a second strike. Damn. Like, if they don't behave, he's speaking real bold, man. It says, as for other countries near Venezuela, the president declared its neighbor Colombia is very sick too. It says, referring to Colombian President Gustavo Petro, Trump said the country is being run by a sick man who likes making cocaine and selling it to the United States, and he's not going to be doing it very long. See that? No, this is all. This has nothing to. They ain't found not a drug the first. Just like they ain't found no weapons of mass destruction before they did what they did to Osama bin Laden and Saddam Hussein. Cuba, which is also in the region, is ready to fall," said the president, who told a reporter, "It sounds good to me," when asked about possible U.S. military intervention in the country. Yeah, over Russia's dead body. Cuba is a direct ally. As a matter of fact, Russia, I don't know if they're still there, but Russia had like nuclear submarines stationed right there in Cuba. You see that? It says, I don't know if they're going to hold out, he said of Cuba, but Cuba now has no income. They got all their income from Venezuela, from the Venezuelan oil. They're not getting any of it. Cuba is literally ready to fall, and you have a lot of great Cuban Americans who are going to be happy about this. Yeah. It said Trump also threatened Mexico, telling reporters, by the way, you have to do something with Mexico. Mexico has to get their act together because they're pouring through Mexico, and we're going to have to do something, referring to the presence of drug cartels in the country. Said we love Mexico to do it. They're capable of doing it. Unfortunately, the cartels are very strong in Mexico, added Trump, who said he had offered multiple times to send U.S. troops to the country. The president also set his sights beyond North and Latin America. He told reporters that he's watching the situation in Iran very closely, vowing if they start killing people like they have in the past, I think they're going to get hit very hard by the United States. Wow. He also reported his desire to annex Greenland. God damn. Let me hold on. We read this one earlier, but we're gonna have to read it again. And this Greenland way over there. He talking about annexing Greenland. I thought annex meant to like. I thought you have to once be a part of something to annex something. Maybe not, but it's crazy. It says he repeated. He also repeated his desire to annex Greenland. It's so strategic right now. Greenland is covered with Russian and Chinese ships all over the place, he said. We need Greenland from the standpoint of national security, and Denmark is not going to be able to do it. Man, these boys are setting up for war. Damn. Yeah, man, they got Maduro being accused of being a drug lord. Slocky. A drug lord. Um, and they're bringing him up on charges. Like this, the agenda has nothing to do with drugs, man. Just like how they did the war on drugs here in America when they put the drugs into our neighborhoods. It was really the war on the war on Israel, the war on Jacob. You know what I'm saying? He shall make war with the saints, and he prevailed against us. You know, but Yahweh Shimei Shai has a plan for all this. All right, let's go into some of these scriptures. It says, Habakkuk 2:1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. Right. See, and we're waiting to see how to respond. We're waiting to see a message from Yahweh Shimei Shai, and what are we going to speak into the ears? Obviously, the words of prophecy. But what are these prophecies? As these things transpire, like I've been talking about this for months. You know, so we've been talking about this for months. You know, and as these things transpire on the earth, and before they transpire, we're to give word. You know, uh, of from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And he said, verse 2, it said, the Lord said and answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it. Right. Run and deliver the message. You know what I'm saying? It's like as one person here, the next brother go out and teach, the next brother go out and teach, the next lesson gets done, next lesson gets done, and so on and so forth. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and will not tarry. See, it seems to be a long time. This devil seemed to be ruling for a while, but it's really been a very short time. And we're at the end to where it's going to start speaking. It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. Right, because if you didn't know if you didn't know the type of people Esau was, if you didn't know the type of person that Neuro 47 was, and you didn't know the track record of Esau and what his history is, like just by listening to his smooth, cunning words and taking it for face value, you would think that the actions that they're doing is for a diplomatic and a righteous cause. But his soul, which is lifted up in him, is not upright. All right. See, but the just shall live by his faith. See, the just is not going to fall victim to the bullshit that the devil is putting out, disguising it. He says, "What does he spoke as a lamb, but is a dragon." in Revelation 13. See, they come at you like saying they come in peace, like his word was smoothing the oil, but like the elder said, oil, like, but yet there was his hands were drawing swords, man. That's why the scripture said, never trust that enemy. All right. So verse 5 it says, yea, also because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desires as hell and is as death. See that? Every time, everywhere he goes to enlarge his desires, he brings hell. Look, Maduro and his wife are going through hell right now. They don't know if they're gonna make it out of there alive. Yeah, man, they don't know. Like if they're not around each other, they probably got more than likely got them separated. They don't know if they're gonna see each other again. If they, man, the vice president of Venezuela was like, show proof that he's even still alive. Like, oops, all of a sudden he died in captivity of a heart attack. Like some dumb shit like that they'll post. You know what I'm saying? Knowing they unalive this man. This devil think he can just move around, do what the hell he wants to do. Let me get a couple more scriptures. Let's get Psalms 10 and 1. It says, why standest thou far off, O Lord? Why hidest thyself in times of trouble? Right, this is troublesome times, man. Um, the hammer of the earth getting busy right now. You know, I said, the wicked and his pride doeth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. Right, and that's what the Lord is setting them up for. The Lord is setting the trap for these devils. They can't even get it. They can't even get it, man. It says, for the wicked boasts of his heart's desires. See that? He praises his heart's desire, man. To act madly, just like he's so damn foolish. He's sticking his chest out, man. Celebrating the fact that he's able to do all he's able to do on the earth, but he's not realizing he's doing it through wickedness because wickedness is common to him. It says, "For the wicked boasts of his heart's desire, and bless the covetous, bless the ones that act like him, whom the Lord abhorreth." Like the Lord can't. I'm talking about the Lord loves everybody. He not them. It said, "The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the law, the Yahweh." Yahweh is not in all of his thoughts. Yahweh is not in none of his thoughts, man. See that? It says, his ways are always grievous, thy judgments are above out of his sight. For all of his enemies he puffeth at them, man. See that? See that? And that's what he's doing in this instance right here, man. All right. He puffeth at them. The next verse it says, he has said in his heart, I shall not be moved. What does it say? Nobody can stop us. For I shall never be in adversity. That's what he's saying out of his mouth. Trump said when he first got elected, he's like, this is the beginning of the golden age of America. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity, man. But you know, but the Lord has all right. Hold on. Matter of fact, this is Psalms 37 and 9. It says, "For the evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Lord shall inherit the earth." Right, because that's their snare. The snare is that they want world dominance and to inherit the old earth, and they're using the sword to try to do it. But but the ones that wait upon Yahweh by Shema Shai, those are the ones that are going to inherit the earth. He said, but he shall reap up treasures, but the just shall put it on. Verse 10, it says, for yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yea, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. Using diligence to consider where he at. Diligently searching for the wicked, but where he at? And he's nowhere going to be nowhere on the earth. It said, for yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yea, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. Right? Because there can't, but that, and that's in order for us to get that, the wicked have to be taken out of the way. There's no peace for the wicked. So they have to be taken in their proper place. There will never be any peace on earth as long as the wicked are able to run rampant like this. It said, the wicked plotteth against the just and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. See that? It says, the Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. Mm. The Lord see the day coming. We see the day of the devil coming. He see it too. What is this? Revelation 12:12. The devil's coming down having great wrath because he know he had but a short time. All right. Verse Psalms 37:14. It says, the wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy and to slay such as be of upright conversation. That's talking about the elect, the children of Israel, really. You know what I'm saying? It says, their sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. See that? It says, a little that righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked. For the arm of the wicked shall be broken, but the Lord upholdeth the righteous, man. See a point right there. The arm of the wicked shall be broken, man. So it's just a time frame that they're able to put the wickedness on the earth like that. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord set it up like that. All right, Job 14:1. It says, man that is born of a woman is of few days and full of trouble. He cometh forth like a flower and is cut down. He fleeth also as a shadow and continueth not. Right. And that happens to all men. But the mindset of these devils is that they feel like they have eternal life. You see that? It says, and dost thou open thine eyes upon such a one and bringest me into judgment with thee? It says, who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. So there's no way you can cleanse this devil because he can't be cleansed. He wasn't set up to be cleansed. Verse 5, this is the point. It says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot surpass. See that? You see that? Thou has appointed his bounds. He has a certain point that he has to get to, and he's not going to be able to get past that point, man. All right. All right, let's see. Let me get Job 5:12. It says, he disappointed the devices of the crafty, that their hands cannot perform the enterprise. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. Right. See that? So he's gonna disappoint the devices of the crafty, man. See that? Um it's like it. That's yeah. This is get one more to close it out. This is Job chapter 20, verse 5. It says, verse 4, it says, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment, man. See that? Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and they pride and they, you know what I'm saying, their head go right along with it. It says, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as the vision of the night. See that? It says, it says, the eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. His children shall seek to plead the poor. This is in the kingdom, please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods, man. See that? And he's gonna restore everything. Everything that they taken away, he's gonna have to give it right back to the elect. All right. So I just want to touch on that a little bit, man. Neuro 47, man. His head's getting huge and huge and huge. All right. Lord, when this lesson is edified and serves the purpose for the hope of elect, the ones that truly believe in the name of Yahweh, Shem, Shai. With that, I'd like to say, Call, Halayim, La Yahweh, by Shem, Yahweh Shai, by Shem, Harikak Badash, Ma'amath. Double honor to the elder apostles, the great millstone, and double honor to our elder apostles as well, the her one by Yasha, all down here, the lions in camp. Salutations to the argument that are pushing the truth to sincerity and truth. And peace and blessing to the men and women and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Shem Shai. Shalom.